welcome to another of our It's Cool to Care series. Today we have Maria with us today to talk a little bit about body positivity. Maria, welcome and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're really excited to have you here. Before we kick off and get to the juicy stuff, do you want to introduce a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Yeah, my name is Maria Igobike, and I'm the founder of Maria Callisto. We are a handmade luxury lingerie brand. So we're a small business and we sell on our website, mariacallisto.com.
Yeah. So I'm really curious to know why and when you started Maria Callisto, because you have, I can see your lingerie in the back right there hanging. All of your lingerie is handmade, right? And they're absolutely beautiful. What kind of inspired you to start, and what do you hope to achieve with your brand?
Well, I started my business officially last year, so we're 1 year and 3 months now. But it's an idea I've had for the longest time. So after college, after doing my business studies in college, I decided to start my own business. And it was supposed to be something small scale, but it grew to this. So last 2 years, 2018 is when I took seriously. So I did a short course in London College of Fashion for lingerie pattern making. And I started with sample collections, sample sales, focus groups, and that's pretty much when the business idea started. And the reason why I chose to go through the intimate apparel wear is because the older I get, the more I'm learning to love myself and love all my imperfections. So, and lingerie is a perfect way to actually look at yourself and see beauty, even when you are not fully clothed. They just hold such a strong power that I don't think a lot of people, well, I'm sure a lot of people have uh, is aware of the power of wearing a matching set and you feel like you're ruling the world for the day. So it's just that psychology behind lingerie and the way it makes me feel. And I want to share that with everyone I know.
Now, I know your brand, one of your core values is also inclusivity. And
Yeah.
I know that you also do a lot of bespoke products for your clients, so that the lingerie fits them, kind of not the other way around. I think that's beautiful. This kind of brings us nicely to the topic of the day, so which is body positivity. Um, what are your thoughts on body positivity, and what does it mean to you to be body positive?
Yeah. So as you mentioned, my brand walk around three core values that we have is sustainability, inclusiveness, and storytelling. And the reason why inclusiveness is really important to Maria Callisto is we all know how underrepresented we are, especially women of different body shape or skin color. In the high street and fashion media, we're very unrepresented and they do not just celebrate different kind of women. They're pushing these perfect pictures, that perfect model with this 24-inch waist and perfect boobs, and that is not everyone. That is not the everyday woman. So Maria Callisto wants to celebrate everyday woman because everybody is beautiful and your lingerie is meant to fit you, not you trying to fit into it or into the standard that these huge corporations are selling to you. You're supposed to feel good in what you wear. And that is my mission.
Yeah, that's amazing. Have you ever, experienced any difficulties or struggled with body image yourself before?
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure everyone has gone through that.
Mm.
Growing up, I've always struggled with my weight, so I've always been too skinny, and it's something that I had to get over. So I had to begin to appreciate the way I look. I can't just spend the rest of my adult life hating the way I look. So it was a mindset that I had to go through, and it was really traumatic because it was something that I didn't know I was doing. Like a lot of people do not know they are hurting themselves, they are being mean to themselves or not loving their body. You just see it as a way of life, and it's something you have to one day just come into realization of it and work actively to change that. So I don't think I'm the perfect person. Obviously, there's days that I feel really good and there's some days I feel really bad. And I just think that is life. And I just learned to live with both days and make sure that my good days are better than my bad days.
Yeah, definitely. So you make a good point about, kind of realizing that, you have both good days and bad days. So,
Yeah.
and that's like completely okay. Especially, I guess that's relevant to all kind of fields, right? But when bringing back to kind of body image, I can definitely relate as well, because over the past, I would say like 5, 6, 10 to 10 years even, my body weight has fluctuated like drastically. Even within like the past maybe 2 years, I've kind of gained a lot of weight and then lost a lot of weight in a short period of time. So and I always kind of beat myself up when I've gained like more than I usually am. And I think slowly now I've kind of learned to accept that it's okay sometimes, obviously through lockdown as well. We're not going through as much physical activities as we probably used to do before. So it's just like a different scenario anyways. And I think it's kind of important to acknowledge the fact that, it's fine to be out of your normal, like what you normally kind of look like before, and just to basically love yourself no matter how you look, I suppose. And well, that's just kind of my personal opinion, but I think I wanted to touch a little bit about unrealistic portrayals of bodies on social media as well, and how that kind of affect people, especially young women, in terms of how they look and how they perceive what a perfect body kind of is. I know that it's so common and easy to use filters on every single image that we post on social media nowadays, and there's this kind of like expectation to look absolutely perfect, but in reality our bodies and faces and everything are perhaps not as what it seems. And we have acne, we have pimples, our bellies bloat, like we have scars, so all of that. So it's kind of like sometimes I feel like social media obviously has like false portrayals of what like a real body and image might look like. So I wanted to kind of hear your thoughts on this, and how we can kind of tackle this in this day and age.
Yeah, with the sense of social media, it's very easy to get wrapped into comparing yourself to other people, especially other influencers, models, celebrities, that they look a certain way. And for me, I've just because of the mindset I took into going into social media, even though I'm still guilty of this, I just always look for the ads. So I think the best way to navigate through this is follow people that you're not just inspired by their looks or anything. It's more of substance. So if I'm following someone, it's not because I think she's pretty or I want to be as pretty as she is. Well, sometimes it's, oh, this person is pretty, and you follow. But I want just surround yourself, even online, with things that generally influences you, not just on a shallow, superficial basis. And I think nowadays, especially with the lockdown, a lot of people have been open about their Photoshop or their auto tune. I've seen a lot of influencers and models that shows the before and after picture, and it's something that before you will never know. You just go around, all the pictures are picture perfect, all everyone's breed is like amazing. But now a lot of people during the lockdown have become more human, I would say, in the terms of what they portray and the stories, you see them in action on their day-to-day life. And just it's easy to get wrapped up in that. Like, I cannot fault you. There's a lot of people that want to have boobs, that want to have body, and but you just have to know that just because that person you want this doesn't mean the person doesn't have their own insecurities, and doesn't mean they don't have their own imperfections. So you should admire, but you shouldn't be obsessive over what you see online.
Mm.
And that's what with Maria Callisto. It's very important to portray all the women's and every body shape that I use through my models. I use my friends, and these are the women that I see every day today. These are the women that look like me, look like my mom. These are the women I see walking down the street. So that's why I use a lot of them on my models, and to showcase my lingerie in actually real body shape. And there's nothing wrong with having the most perfect toned body. There's nothing wrong with that. But you should know there's percentage of people that have that, and you should be able to compensate everybody in their walk of life. If it's a healthy lifestyle, if it's fitness,
Mm-hmm.
if it's just normal. Some people, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't want to ramble too much.
No, definitely that does make sense. And I think it's amazing that, you know, all the models that you use on your page and your photography as well are, you know, people that you think, you know, represent like real bodies. I think that's so important. You know, we kind of grew up with like all these brands that show kind of models with perfect bodies that obviously it's completely, like you say, it's completely fine to have, you know, really slim and perfect curves and things like that. But I guess at the same time, it's like I think it becomes a little bit negative thing when um, individuals, like especially young women or men, they force themselves to look like what they're not. Whether it's, you know, through, you know, harming themselves through like you know, not eating properly, or whether it's, you know, forcing themselves to work out when their bodies can't handle it. I think that's when it becomes like harmful, and that's like something that, you know, I think us as brands as well have like the responsibility to kind of speak up for, and to drive change. So I kind of, yeah, my next question would be whether or not you think enough change is being made nowadays, as more and more people are becoming aware of the fact that, you know, body positivity is a thing, and people are becoming more advocates of it. Like, for example, SI Swimsuit, the magazine, I'm not sure if you know, but before they used to have, you know, like all these models that almost look the same in terms of body shape, but now they're becoming more inclusive in terms of, you know, including plus size models and, you know, old and young models. So I guess, yeah, what do you think if whether or not like enough change is being made out in the industry in terms of body positivity?
Yeah, we are all aware that the fashion industry is notorious for discrimination, especially of different skin color, different body type. But I have been seeing a lot of brands, even high brands and big companies, actively pushing out to real looks and real people. So it's something that we've all had discussions about. A lot of people have noticed that growing up, you you can't see like a plus size in the front of a Vogue magazine before, or you can't see. I remember during the Victoria's Secrets show, there was like huge thing that happened, and I don't know, and they called this lady plus size, one of the models, and she wasn't plus size, and they were like, if you think she's plus size, so, and it's just this extreme fantasy they try to push out, that this is what a beautiful woman is, this is what a beautiful person looks like. And recently, especially with our generations and the young people, have been much more vocal. Like, our generation has been very vocal about making changes and actively seeing changes. So I've seen a lot of brands push out other colors of skin colors, minority people. They have promote a lot of skin body positivity. So it's something that we're not there yet. Like I won't say we are fixed and the whole problem is gone away. It's still happening, but now people are paying attention. So these brands have no choice but to actually listen to the public. And the power that a small company like us have is that we could use that. We are closer to the people around, we're closer to the public, so we could make changes directly for our business as well as for our communities. And that's why all my values and all my business structures revolve around my values, because I want to be able to empower women with my lingerie. Lingerie is such an intimate clothing. It's something that is right next to your skin. Like even though you don't put too much thought about it, it's supposed to be a sanctuary. Like once you put on lingerie on, it's that's your time. The whole process is something kind of like a ritual for yourself. So you have to feel good. You have to know that you're being empowered, you're being celebrated, depending on your bust size, depending on your hips measurement, just because you are the one wearing the lingerie. So that's the main mission again.
Yeah, yeah. No, I love that. That's so, I think that's really inspiring. The fact that you're actively trying to, encourage women to feel more comfortable with themselves through, the lingerie that they wear. And I know that you're also running a new campaign called Your Size, right? Would you like to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Your Size campaign is upcoming, so it's not yet live. Yeah. So you guys will be the first person to find out about it.
Exciting.
So I have coming up with a campaign called Your Size, and as to change the mindset of our UK standards size charts, yeah. Because we are made to other size company, we operate on a made to other basis. So we're not restricted by the UK sizes. You can easily email me your correct measurements and I'll make your sizing for you. So just wanted to change the mindset and the stress that comes with going to a shop and seeing that I was a small here, then I'm a medium here, and the thinking, did I gain weight or did I lose weight? So we're not going to use that in Maria Callisto anymore. There's no small, there's no medium, there's no large. There's just a sweet, there's a marvelous, and there's a luscious. So you'll be in any body shape you are is celebrated and is beautiful. So there's no need to have that negative stigma around being a large or being a medium or being a small or an extra small. So yeah, so that is what the campaign is going to be about. So keep a lookout for it.
Yeah,
it's really exciting and I can't wait to share it.
That's amazing. And when do you think, of course you're probably still working on it, but when do you think you'd be ready to kind of kickstart this?
Hopefully summer. So hopefully before the end of summer, we'll have it up and running.
Yeah, not long to go then. That's amazing.
Yeah, not long to go.
Yeah, that this is really incredible. I think the whole conversations we have been really insightful. I think it's super inspiring again that you're doing all of this through your brand, and you're kind of doing it alone as well. You're only a team of one, right? And I'm sure that must be that is not easy at all. Running a business is like in itself another difficulty, but you seem to be doing it really well. And I think we can come to a close today. If you guys want to check Maria out, her Instagram is at Maria Callisto, right?
Yeah, my Instagram, Maria_Callisto.
Okay, there we go. Please do check her out, and follow her journey and follow her campaign that's coming up soon as well. So Maria, thank you so much for today, for sharing your thoughts. It was great to have you.
It was so great to speak to you.